This bloke's electorate is twice as big as Tasmania, 132,000 square kilometres. Now, 3 coal-fired power stations in his electorate, Stanwell, Callide and Gladstone, 15 large coal mines. You think of the workers who are watching us here tonight, producing 90 million tonnes of coking and thermal coal this year, 15 coal mines, a CSG gas industry producing 25 million tonnes, this is Colin's electorate, of LNG, exporting to the world. So Colin's simple question, what happens to all this under Bowen's plan, the Albanese plan?
Well, that's right, and what will happen to it, and that's what concerns me the most. What will happen to people's jobs? What will happen to their livelihoods and their futures? What happens when you've got a house mortgage and you live in Gladstone and there's a proposal to shut down the coal industry when you rely on that? If you're an underground coal miner at Oakey Creek out in the back of the electorate up near Emerald there, and you're operating the continuous miner underground, you're on a salary of $250,000 a year. How are you going to replace a job like that in the renewable sector? If you're a dump truck driver at Callide Mine or at Anglo Coal, it's a $150,000 a year job. How are you going to replace these people's income with jobs in the renewable sector if you shut these industries down? What is Australia going to do for the economic black hole that will be created? Brilliant. Every time there's a boatload of produce goes out of the port of Gladstone, it's all about generating income and money for the Australian economy. That's what pays for our hospitals, our schools, our roads. It pays the wages of our public servants, of our policemen, of our nurses, all of those sorts of things. That's where it comes from.
I mean, this is unbelievable. You're just speechless. See, Gladstone, and we're not going to finish talking to Colin tonight, so we'll bring him back, but Gladstone is the home, it's the capital of his electorate. Gladstone, we all know where that is. It's home to Rio Tinto, Boyne Island Alumina Smelter, the Yarwun Alumina Refinery, the QL Refinery, one of the world's largest refineries, by the way, the QL Refinery. How do you power these outfits? I mean, Gladstone's the world's 4th largest coal exporting terminal. There's a huge agricultural sector in Colin's electorate, producing food and fibre for the whole world. Now, Colin, if you said, as you said in your maiden speech, brilliant maiden speech, the best for common sense that we've seen in ages, but you add heavy engineering, the transport sector, road, rail and shipping. Your electorate is an economic powerhouse that generates the wealth for Australia, and the Bowen proposal in energy policy destroys all of that.
Yeah, well, literally, what do? We're the people that will bear the brunt of the economic cost of this crazy energy policy that we see unfolding in Europe, where they are literally going to freeze, people will freeze to death this coming winter in Europe. We've seen Germany, who is possibly the world's most advanced technologically industrial nation on the planet, expose their national security all over a crazy energy policy that they've developed over the last 15 odd years that is just simply unreliable. Right. We are going down the same road in Australia here, and surely people can wake up to what's going on. Okay, it's unfolding before us right now.
Okay, we'll leave it there. The people I want to wake up are Peter Dutton and the opposition. I hope they've read this stuff. Colin, we'll leave it there. I'm going to have you back, but to our viewers out there, this is Colin Boyce, the member for Flynn, the Queensland electorate. Now, his maiden speech was on the 28th of July this year. You can find it in the Hansard, or you just Google it and you get hold of it, read it, hand it out, give it to people. The member for Flynn. So, Colin, we'll have you back next week. We're nowhere near finished. You've got a story to tell, and we're happy to let you tell it.
Thank you, Alan. Be happy to.
All right, there he is. Common sense, but common sense is not common, we know that. Colin Boyce, the federal member for Flynn.